everybody. Welcome to Life with Annie. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got my lucky shirt on, huh? So, now let me grab my drink. I left it in there while y'all are hopping on. I'll be right back. Okay, baby. Gotta get my tea. Get my tea. I'm coming, y'all. All right, baby. Here you go. Oh, ran to get my tea, but my ice is all melted, so I need to do a refill. We'll do that in a minute, though. So, all right, I see people are coming in. I'm waiting for a comment. I see one. Hey, Castoria. It's Stephanie. So, I just got home a little bit ago, and I thought, well, I got to do something green for St. Patrick's Day. So, I'm just going to do like a Watergate salad. And hey, Charlie. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. So I thought I would just kind of throw this together. I love fruit salad. And this one, you know, I was looking it up just to see what all I needed because I had most of the ingredients here. And I didn't realize there were so many variations. Now, I'm not going to put mandarin oranges in here. I don't know if y'all put mandarin oranges. Some of the recipes I saw did. We used to make fruit salad all the time, and we would use mandarin oranges. And I don't know, as I've gotten older, I don't care for them that much. So we're not going to put those in. We're just going to do a basic one, and we're going to just do the pineapple, the pistachio instant pudding, some Cool Whip, some nuts, some marshmallows, and I saw a couple of recipes that had cherries in them, and I don't know that I usually put cherries in them, but I'm going to today. I love cherries. And then some of them call for coconut, and so I'm not sure about the coconut. But anyway, I went to Mama's. I had an errand to run this morning. And then I went and picked up breakfast and went by Mama's and stayed for a few hours. And I was asking her, I said, you know, Mama, I think I'm going to do a fruit salad tonight, a Watergate salad. She said, oh, I used to make that all the time. I said, well, how did you make yours? And she proceeded, she got this box out of her kitchen somewhere. And she brought the box in, and it has this recipe book in it. And I'll pull it out of the box here. And she said, just take this home and make it. I'll take it back to her. And because she doesn't have a whole lot in the book. She has some of our favorites, like the, there's a $1 million pie in there. But in her salads, she has Watergate salad. She has another one that I made probably just a couple times, and it's a recipe that I got back in the 80s, and it just took too much time for me, and I didn't have the patience to do it back then, but maybe I'll do it again. And that's an orange layered salad. But her Watergate salad just has the pistachio pudding, the Cool Whip, crushed pineapple, miniature marshmallows, and nuts. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not really going to do like a measurement kind of thing. So the ones I was looking at online had a can of pineapple, and I didn't look at the size. So I just have a whole big old can of pineapple. This recipe only calls for about 2 ounces. So I'm just going to kind of do it, and I'm sure it'll be good. Sandy said she hadn't done the mandarin oranges in hers either. But in the bottom of her recipe box here, y'all look at these. Look at the wear and age on these things. They're just all kind of old and discolored. And a lot of this I recognize my handwriting. This is one of Mama's handwriting. It's a broccoli ham casserole. I remember this. She made this a lot. It was the one thing I didn't really care for, but everybody else liked it. And she's got, this is her handwriting, peanut butter cookies here, and a chicken pot pie, cherry yum yum. Do y'all remember that from back in the day? Everybody made cherry yum yum. And Mississippi mud cake, we used to make that back in the 80s and 90s. Mama used to make a lot of Russian tea. And she has on this one, she's got a couple of Russian tea recipes. She marked through the one at the top, and she put on the one at the bottom, best. And she put the person's name, I guess, that gave it to her. I was never a fan of the Russian tea either. Oriental beef. So it's just a bunch of tattered and German potato salad. I've got to make this. I have not made this in years. I'm going to make that one day. But anyway, so there's a lot of her old recipes. And then I'll keep this one out with the Watergate salad. Just to kind of, I'm not really going to need measure, but I'm just going to kind of look at it, make sure I don't leave some ingredient out. I will, Debbie. I'm going to take it back over to her. She said, just take it home. I don't cook anymore. And she said, how was it she put it? She's like, I'm not a good cook or something anymore, or a great cook or something. And she's notorious for her like golf ball biscuits and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny. But anyway, let's get started on this so we can have some later. All right, so I've got, this is a 3.4 ounce box of instant pistachio pudding. So we're going to put that in our bowl here. And hers just says, combine all ingredients, mix well, place in a pan, and chill. So that's what we're going to do. And what makes it great for St. Patrick's Day is that the pistachio pudding is green. And that's the only thing St. Patrick's Day I have to offer today, y'all. And it's easy. Okay, so she said about, her recipe says about 2 ounces of pineapple with the juice. I'm going to put a little bit more than that, I think. I'm going to guess at what I think would be about 2 ounces and then do a little bit more. All right, let's see who is on here. Callie's mother liked Watergate salad. Hey, Becky in New York. Y'all, it is kind of a blustery day here today. At least the sun's out. We had that storm come through yesterday, which ended up not being as bad as, you know, we always get really nervous when we have that kind of weather. So that's what I'm doing right now, the pineapple. And they were, you know, we were on high alert, you know. And so it was going to come through our area when Matt was supposed to leave for work. So I told him the night before, I said, you may want to get up a little early, get ready, and leave a little, you know, kind of see how it is. So he left an hour early to go to work, and he didn't run into any issues. So it was supposed to come through where our house is between, I think, 7 and 7:45 yesterday morning. I sat there and I waited because I went outside on the front porch a couple times just to see. The wind is the scary part because we've had, you know, incidents with trees. And so I get really nervous when they said that there could be 75-mile-an-hour winds. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I went out on the porch just to check the status of the trees, how they were swaying, if they were swaying. They weren't doing too bad. So, and then it was a quick moving storm. As fast as it came, it went. And we really didn't have any major effects in our area. I haven't heard a lot on the news because the channel that I watch for all my weather is in a dispute with our Dish. You know, I remember that every time when we had Dish, one channel was in a dispute. So they took it off the air till they could figure it out. And so when they come back on air, you know. But I was able to go online. I just pulled them up online and watched everything. So everything was good. So we didn't have a major storm, thank goodness. Okay, so I've got the pudding and the pineapple. I'm going to add a whole tub of Cool Whip in here. Hey, Caitlin. I just saw a notification when I pulled up in the driveway, Caitlin, that your little baby was sick. I hope he's feeling better. Okay, we're going to mix in this tub of whipped topping here. Hey, Susan. Hey, Suzanne from Ireland. Well, what are you doing? Are you celebrating or have you celebrated? What time is it over there? I saw there have been some parades around the country here. Okay, I'm going to have to get out the big one here. He's doing a lot better. Good. It's not any fun when your babies are sick. Not fun at all. Okay, let's kind of mix this and get this green mixed in. Hopefully it'll be a little bit green for today. How much Cool Whip? That's an 8-ounce carton of Cool Whip, Vicki. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Kathy. We're going to have a pastel fruit salad. Hey, Sarah and Tina. Did y'all make any? Now, everybody makes corned beef and cabbage. I love cabbage. I have never had a corned beef recipe that I cared for. I don't know if it's the spices. No, I'm not left-handed, Krista. I think the camera just somehow flips everything. This is my right hand, my right arm here. I have never had corned beef that I liked. And maybe it's just something, a certain spice that's in it. But that's just something I've never been really fond of. So we don't usually make that here in my house anyway. All right, I'm about to get, I think I got the last of that little pudding kind of combined. So we have a very pastelish green. I need more pineapple and juice. You think so, Sharon? Okay, we'll see. I don't want it too runny, so we'll see. We can always add some more. I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle in some nuts. I guess you can leave them out if you don't like them, but I love nuts, so I'm going to put some nuts in there. Matt likes them too. Stir that around. I'm going to put the cherries in last, I think, because they may, the color, I've got them draining, but the color of the juice may kind of tint our green, so, but we'll know that there's green in there. Okay, and then let's get some marshmallows. So Mama's recipe calls for a cup and a half a cup of nuts. I'm just going to sprinkle. Sandy doesn't like the corned beef either. Oh, Tammy says it's snow and cold in West Virginia. Oh. Let's just start with that for now. It smells good. Debbie likes corned beef and cabbage, but hasn't had it in a long time. I know I go to the grocery store and I'll see sometimes it's like a corned beef and then there's all these pickling things and spices already in it. And I guess I'm just not a fan of that. So, y'all think I need to put a little bit more pineapple in there? I don't think it'll hurt. This looks so good. I don't know what I'm going to make for supper tonight, y'all. Oh, Terry, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll have him go back and read that comment. Someone said that their mom never put the packet of seasoning in it with the corned beef. They just cooked it with the cabbage. I think that, well, one I saw had it already all over the meat in the package. So, all right, I think that's good. Then, so we've got the marshmallows, the nuts, Cool Whip, the pineapple, and we need to add the cherries. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna go for it, y'all. I didn't cut these cherries up or anything. We're just gonna have whole cherries. I bet Mama would enjoy some of this. Let's see, Lisa says, I just buy a can of corned beef hash in the can, LOL. Pretty good with cabbage fried with bacon. This looks pretty good. I may add all those cherries, y'all. I mean, I could eat a whole jar of them. And I don't think I'm going to put the coconut. I don't think I ever have made this with coconut in it. So I don't think I'm going to do that, but let's do this. Let those sit there for a minute. All right, it does, Brenda. It really smells good too. I'm gonna taste it, see if I need to add anything else, and then I'll put these cherries on top for decoration. Let me grab a little plate. Now this is a very large plate, but y'all remember I bought these. Did I get these at the Dollar Tree? No, these were I got at Walmart. And I think they were $1. And I picked up a couple, one for Matt and one for me. And since spring is here, we're just going to use it. Well, it's not exactly officially here, but it's getting close. And we'll just taste this and see if I need to add anything else. If I want more nuts, more marshmallows. Top of the morning, Joyce. Rhonda will like coconut. I don't think I want to put it in this one. Hey, Zita. Y'all, this is delicious. My sister picks on us because every time I make something, Matt always says, it's delicious. So, Lisa, it is delicious. Mary, it's Watergate salad. It is Really good Watergate salad. Why do they call it Watergate salad? Hey, Shirley in Canada. Y'all, this is so good. Carrie, no, it's not the lime jello fluff. It's the pistachio. Whatever. We always called it pistachio fruit salad. But I guess it's Watergate fruit salad. Okay, Lisa. You don't like cherries, Jennifer? I do. Yeah, you can leave out whatever you didn't like and make it your own. I don't see the harm in more of this. You know, this is so good. This is like dessert. I think Matt will definitely love this. Y'all, talking about them little plates. When I was coming home, I needed to stop and I needed to get pick up something for Thunder. And so I went in Walgreens thinking, well, they have a pet section. Maybe they'll have just a few things. They didn't have what I needed. So I ended up going across the road to Walmart, but they did have something that I liked. And I'll show you what I got. Let's see. See which bag it's in. Whoops. I can show you two of the things, but the others I'm saving for something else. But they were having a sale in Walgreens. And they had the cutest little plates. And y'all know I'm a sucker for little seasonal plates. I like to make, you know, I like for us to eat little snacks or breakfast on a small plate or something. And they had these. Look at these. Are those not cute? Let me open them up so we can see what the rest of them look like. Let's see. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Let me put this over here in the trash can, buddy. You gonna help me today? Yeah, I already gave you your treat. Okay. So they have the little green bunny. And this is a little pink one. Woo, about dropped it. Here we go with the pink bunny. Here's a blue. No, that's pink. So what's that other color? Is it two pinks? It's kind of a peach color. So this one looks pink to me. It might be a light lavender. And this one might be peach or pink. Anyway, they're cute. So I thought those were really cute for like a little, like if you have pie or something and you're going to slice it and you just have a little dessert plate. So I need to wash these up. And then they had this set of 2 tea towels. Let's see if I can get them. Okay. Okay, so they had this one. It was a set of 2, and all this was like 50% off. So those plates I think were like $5.99, and then you got like 50. If you have that little, you know how you have like a bonus card sort of. And I didn't know I had one, and I asked the girl. I said, "Do you only get the discount if you have like a savings card?" And she said, "Yeah, but it only takes a minute." She said, "But sometimes just put your phone number in, sometimes people have, it's been a while and they forget they have one. Sure enough, I already have one. So this is the one. It's very springy with little flowers. There's iris and daffodils, tulips, whatever. Butterflies. I thought it was really, really sweet. So I got that one. And then this is the other one that came with it. And this was really cute with the little bunny. So, like that. And it's just plain on the other. And you could even use something like this if you're having company over, and just use these for the big napkin, which would be nice. Okay, so we got those. All right, so I guess I'm gonna eat a little more. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my plate for after I get off this video. But one thing I'll tell you, if you have, like, when you use a Cool Whip or something like that, and you're making a fruit salad, if you want to store some of it, just put some of it back in here. If you're going to take some, or like if I ever had something like this and somebody would be here eating, and I said, you want to take some home, we would just put it in this little Cool Whip container, and then they can take it home. But it's not all going to fit in there, so I need to get a bigger container. Let me see what I got over here. Let's see if it'll all fit in here. This is a Lock and Lock. They are cute, aren't they, Tina and Sue? I love them. All right, so I'm just going to put as much as I can in here. I'm not sure if we can fit it all, but if not, I've got that little Cool Whip container. I think it'll fit, though. And then I'm going to put those cherries on top. You could also, I saw one recipe that had cottage cheese in it. But I decided to leave it out. I don't think it, I mean, you could put it in there. I don't think it needs it unless you just really love it and like that texture. But I had asked Matt the other day, I said, did you have any cottage cheese left? Because he snacks on it a lot. I said, because I need about 3/4 of a cup if I add it to this recipe. And he said, he had just bought a brand new one, but I'm not going to use it. We didn't need it. Okay. Now I tell you about when I went in Walmart earlier. I was looking for something, some kind of cream thing. I'm telling you what. All the makeup, almost all the makeup is locked up behind glass. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to stand there. Every time there's something locked up in Walmart, you stand there and you ring that little bell there, and you stand there, and then you ring it again, and then you ring it about 11 million more times, and then you have to go hunting somebody. I'm not doing that. No one ever comes when you ring that bell. I have always had to go look for them. And it's been a couple of trips ago, we went to Walmart with Mama, and she needed some kind of like little over-the-counter Zyrtec, like allergy medicine. And it's been under lock and key for a while. I rang the thing, nobody came. There were about 7 of them a couple aisles down stocking and yakking. I went over there and got one of them, and she came and she unlocked it, and Mama got what she needed. And then we proceed to walk on by, and on an end cap, that same locked up medicine was out there in the open, free to grab, free to be. I don't understand all that. I mean, if you're going to have that kind of system, you need to have somebody standing in that department so they can unlock it. And when someone rings that bell, don't ignore it. It's so aggravating. So I won't buy. I'm not going to stand there and buy anything. They're probably going to lose a lot of business. But I just found that that's just aggravating as all get out. Nobody got time for that. All right, there we go. I'm going to lick that spoon. But for now, we're going to put these cherries on there just to make it look fancy. It's a very pale mint green, but it's the best I could do for St. Patrick's Day, y'all. I haven't been here all day, and I just kind of thought I'd do something small. That looks really pretty. And maybe the leprechaun would be very proud of me. Speaking of leprechauns, if you like that movie, they're running them all day on Sci-Fi. Okay, y'all. I'll show you what it looks like. Target's the same way. It's because of Terrible Thieves. Well, I get that. And I hate it that people are stealing, you know, spray paint. We needed some spray paint or some sealer about a year ago. Me and Mama stood in there and to get spray paint. I mean, just, that's fine. Lock it up. Have a key, whatever. But have staff there. If somebody needs it, they don't have to come and hunt you down like a dog. It's aggravating. What'd I do with that book? Oh, it's right here in front of me. And you could sprinkle a few nuts on top to let people know that there are nuts in the salad in case someone is allergic or doesn't care for nuts. But I think it turned out great, and I'm certainly going to enjoy it. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, Kim, bake it. It's the easiest thing. You don't have to cook anything. And as you saw, you can adapt it to whatever you have. If you don't have, like I bought a bag of coconut there, but I'm not putting it in. And I don't think I would really want the coconut for me in here, but I love it. But I just don't think I want it in here. Not today. I'm not in the coconut frame of mind today. That's a shame, Joanne, isn't it? All right, everybody, that is it for me. So I'm going to clean up my mess here. I've got a few dishes in the sink. This morning before I left, I unloaded the dishwasher. And I did a few things. I was kind of in a hurry. I needed to get out and get going. So I didn't get a lot done. So I've got to... I think I'm just going to probably cook some pork chops tonight. Let's see. Yes, Charlie, it's a good dessert. Thank you, Castoria. Well, I'm going to get off here, y'all. I just wanted to hop on and do some little something for St. Patrick's Day. I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope y'all are all going to be very lucky today. And, yes, it is aggravating, Patricia. So I'm going to clean up in here and kind of prep something for my supper. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And enjoy. Bye, everybody.